really one of the lucky ones. So what this whole event is about is actually really addressing the investor side of the coin, actually helping them understand how they can actually deploy their money. But doing that, we've actually brought a lot of innovation centres together, which are the business side of the coin. I'm lucky that I tend to play on both sides, right? And so one of the areas that I play in on the innovation side is called ScaleUP WA. It's a program that I established something like about 7 years ago. And it came as a consequence where I actually realised that and by the way, I've been involved in the startup community for 25 years and I love it dearly, but I sort of realised that fresh, novel ideas were not the sole province of startups and research. There's a hell of a lot of really innovative driven, established SMEs out there that are just failing to scale up. And so we needed to actually give them some support in terms of how do they actually do that. As I say, we have actually an incredible mid-tier sector here in WA. Established SMEs that are highly innovative driven, highly creative, and actually they do exist in a hugely thriving economy with large players. I did use this stat a little bit early in the day and I'll use it again. Did you know that almost 42% of established employing SME businesses in WA are judged by the Australian Bureau of Statistics as actually innovative active? That is over 38,000 established businesses that are innovative. A lot of them are highly creative and present hugely great investment opportunities. When we brought ScaleUp WA together was really as a sort of a result of saying, how do we actually help them understand what does it mean to scale? What do they need to do to actually do that? And so we're actually in fact, to just state it here, we've been working with almost 60 different businesses over the last 7 years across a whole variety of different sectors ranging from food and beverage, circular economy, green tech, industrial, allied health, cyber. So while we're actually not, we're quite sector agnostic, with our remit and what is common amongst all of them is actually how we work with the business owners to help them identify and adopt these scaling up strategies and the tactics. And then what's necessary for them to shift the dial from what they do today to create and capture new value in new ways and get them where they want to be. So we're a 12-week program. We help those businesses actually really focus on their strategic end game, right? How are they actually going to release or harvest all of that value that they've spent their life actually creating through blood, sweat and tears, but actually to harvest that. So we work with them to define what that strategic position they need to look like to actually execute that end game. And then once we've actually got that, then we start evaluating scaling strategies and tactics on how they can move from today to where they need to be. Once we've actually got a lot of that story right, then we can actually start looking about their investment readiness. So all of a sudden we've now got a story. The panel here was talking about we actually want to invest in things that actually want to create value, right? So we help these businesses actually understand what they're going to do to actually create value and what's the funding that's required to do that. All of a sudden they now become a funding opportunity. And so we help them then build a personal transition plan. Other thing that we do is we actually bring in experienced business advisors, called them mentors. We wrap around mentors around these businesses to actually just challenge those thoughts, focus on strategies. We black hat, white hat, green hat, yellow hat. We do all the Edward de Bono 7 hats, or 6. Anyway, John, you'll tell me the number shortly, I'm sure. But we also help create connections for them. And so just some examples that we've done in food and beverage, Community Brew, Idle Hands, Happy Tummies, Dinner Twist, Whittaker's, Circular Economy, Naturoplast, ThreadUp, Edible Cutlery, Green Tech, Sumflex Solar. I saw Alistair here from Mojo Car Share, Industrial, Hot Wash. So there's been a whole range of different companies that we've actually helped, and a number of those have moved on and actually raised capital through some of the different funding platforms that we've been talking about today. So if you want to find out about how to get access to some of the really exciting growth SMEs in Western Australia, come talk to us at ScaleUp WA.